sage is all abloom. To the mountains we'll be heading for a sunny honeymoon. We're gonna drink in all the sunshine along the banks of some cool stream, just to laugh and play all the livelong day, build a cabin of our dreams. We're gonna hear guitars a-ringing when they play our wedding tune. Down the aisle you'll find us swinging in the early part of June. Within a year, I have no fear, a lullaby we'll croon. We're gonna have a cowboy wedding when the sage is all abloom. We're gonna have a cowboy wedding when the sage is all abloom.
Big idea. We've got 10 minutes yet.
Now listen, lady, it ain't part of our bargain for you to make all that noise in the suite. Suppose the manager hears it. Suppose some of these people listen.
Suppose you just mind your own business for another 10 minutes. Suppose you go find yourself a nice big floor to scrub.
Yeah, but how about all that noise?
That noise in there, as you so crudely label it, is about to become one of Mr. J.J. Cardigan's greatest enterprises. We can't disturb Mr. Cardigan at a time like this.
Yeah, but suppose
you just sit down and make yourself at home.
Part of June, within a year, I have no fear, a lullaby we'll croon. We're gonna have a cowboy wedding when the sage is all abloom.
Wonderful, boys. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, I like it. Now then, if you'll just step up here and apply the John Henrys to the dotted line, the contracts are right here. Now then, the pen. Where's the pen? Oh, thank you.
Did you really like it, Mr. Cardigan?
Like it? Do you suppose I'd pay $2,000 a week for an act if I didn't like it? Now then, here you are, Mr. Rogers. You sign right there. Now then, you sign right underneath there. Now, right there. And if you can't write your name, just mark it there. All right. Here's a copy of the contract I've signed. It's yours. Now, boys, you'll have to excuse me here. Miss Graham reminds me that I have another conference. Suppose you drop in tomorrow, say about noon. We'll meet right here at the office. In the meantime, why don't you have a little celebration for yourself? From now on, you're known as Songbirds of the Sage. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, boys. See you tomorrow. Goodbye. Goodbye, Miss Cardigan. Goodbye. Where is he?
In the hall, in the broom closet.
Let's not forget my conference.
Thank you, Captain. Boy, they're in the middle of the block. Why you so glum, Roy? Ain't we going to get 2,000 potatoes every week?
It says here. What Roy needs a good cheering up. Say, I've got an idea. Now that we're about to be millionaires, we don't have to hang on to our grub steak so tight. Let's all go out and celebrate tonight, boys. All right. Okay, cut loose for the dough, Shug.
Oh, we're dough? Yeah. Yeah, well, cutting, maybe we ought to go out and celebrate some other night.
Oh,
that is, well, maybe, well, we got to pay our hotel bill, you know.
Oh, we've got plenty of dough for our hotel bill. We've got $900, haven't we? We have got $900, haven't we? You didn't lose it.
No, I didn't lose it, fellas.
Well, where is it?
Yes, come on.
Where is it? Get the money out. Come on.
I loaned it to Mr. Cardigan.
You loaned it to Mr. Cardigan.
Cardigan? Well, what's so wrong with that? He'll pay it back. He's a millionaire, ain't he?
If he's a millionaire, what'd he borrow it for?
Oh, what'd he borrow it for?
If this was Oklahoma, we could track Mr. Cardigan. But a man just don't leave any tracks on these New York pavements.
Did you talk to the sheriff? What sheriff? You mean a big town like this don't even have a sheriff? New York is sure behind the times.
Just how much money have we got left, Roy?
Well, after paying the hotel bill, we've got exactly $1.38.
Telegram for Mr. Roy Rogers. I'm Rogers. Okay, here's your wire, and it's collect. $1.25, 10 cents tip. Thank you very much.
I'll bet it's from Gabby. Our warden told him we was never coming home to Oklahoma.
And you sure told him the truth there.
Well, this isn't from Gabby. It's from Uncle Jeff. Gabby had a stroke.
A stroke?
Doctor says critical condition. Advise you return at once. Well, gee, Gabby must be pretty bad off.
Old Gabby is just like a father to me.
He's like a father to all of us. We've got to get home somehow, boys. On 3 cents.
Well, Shook could hock his bass fiddle.
Well, bass fiddle. How about your guitar?
Oh, we'd have to hawk all the instruments.
Even that wouldn't be enough.
We only knew someone in New York. Someone who'd make us a loan.
Only we don't.
We do know someone here in New York.
What?
Right here.
Peggy Lane, is that your idea?
Oh, Lane Helper Whittaker.
I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark. That's a 4-alarm fire now. I never made such love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light.
What can I do for you, gentlemen? Boys!
Well, we're friends of Miss Lane from Oklahoma.
Well, we're not having a Halloween party tonight, and furthermore, you must have a reservation.
Like I said, we're friends of Miss Lane.
Yeah, from Oklahoma.
You are, really? Well, perhaps some other night.
Miss Lane's gonna feel awful bad you turn us away like this. Maybe we better play some music so she'll know we're here, boys.
Good idea. How about water?
No,
I like home on the range better.
Let's do cool water. No, wait a minute. No, not that. Wait a minute. All right, I give up. Joseph.
Joseph? Yes.
Show these gentlemen to the guest table.
Well, that's more like it. Come on, boys. Thanks a lot.
Hey, don't you want me to check this gadget?
Oh, no, you don't, sister. One of you New Yorkers checked my bankroll, and I'm not getting bit by the same snake twice.
We may not be famous.
Oh, excuse me, miss. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I mean, madam. Excuse me.
How dare you?
Oh, excuse me, Roy. Is this where we're going to sit?
Yeah, sit down, both of you.
To keep us young as we grow older. Yes, my darling, I'm sure can be. Heaven lies ahead for you and me.
Well, hello, Peggy.
Miss Lane to you. What's the idea of stampeding in here and crabbing my act?
Well, I'm sorry if we did that, Peggy. I mean, Miss Lane, won't you sit down with us a minute?
Sit down with the Whittakers? No, thank you. I'd rather stand.
I got this from home, Peggy. Gabby's dying.
Dying serves the old goat right. Who shot him? Grandma Lane? Roy, I didn't mean that exactly. As a matter of fact,
I knew you'd feel that way about it, Peggy. This feud between the Whittakers and the Lanes just doesn't make sense. Not in 1945. I think we ought to bury the hatchet. Peggy, could you lend us about $342.16?
What? Are you kidding?
Well, it's only a loan. You see, we're all broke and...
You have the nerve to stand there and ask me, Elaine, for $342?
and 16 cents. It's just a loan to get home on. Then you're really going to help us?
Probably hate myself in the morning. 342.
Don't forget the 16 cents.
16 cents. Roy, this is money I've been saving to send home. And if I ever find you pulled a gag on me...
Would I pull a gag at a time like this, Peggy?
Your checks are $14 cover charge.
$14? Why, we haven't even met yet. How do you like that?
We're guests of Miss Lane. Thank you, Peggy. Come on, boys.
Bye, Peggy. You're a real pal.
You're Elaine, but you got a heart of gold.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. There's a telegram from Miss Lane.
All right, I'll take it. Wire for you, Peggy.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks for getting rid of those Western characters for me.
You should thank me after what it cost me. Hey!
What's the matter, Peggy?
I've just been chiseled out of $342.16. Plus this.
Okay, horse around.
Hello, Uncle Jeff.
Hiya, Jeff.
Hi, boys.
How's Uncle Gabby?
I got a mighty sick brother. He's pretty low, Roy. You got here just in time. I brought your horses. They're over at the rail. See you at the ranch. Got to get right back with some medicine for Gabby.
Let's hurry and check up on her luggage, boys.
Grandma! Oh, it's good to see you. Roy, Bob, Shook. Why, the whole blasted train's full of Whittakers. What's the idea of you riding in the same train with them?
Well, Grandma, I took the first train I could get. So did they. I hear old Gabby's dying.
Gabby dying? Huh. That's the best news I've heard in 40 years. Who put the bullet in him? I didn't, I'm sorry to say.
Hello, Peggy.
Hello, Jim.
Oh, you remember Jim Gardner.
Of course.
Glad to have you back with us again. Say, why don't I drive you two back in the car? I can get a boy to bring the buckboard. We have a little something to talk about anyway. Might as well make it a day.
All right. Well, Peggy can go along with you if she wants to. But I've been keeping out of them horseless carriages nigh under 40 years, and I ain't aiming to change now.
Oh, Grandma.
Well, thanks, Jake.
Did you miss me, Trigger?
Maybe I'd better go in alone, boys.
Poor old Gabby.
Well, it's about time you got here. How'd you come, by covered wagon?
Well, no, I can't...
I had a good snooze, now I'm as hungry as a bear. Got a lot of work to do, Roy, but first, how about a great big plate of pork and beans?
Gabby, I thought you had a stroke.
I did. The stroke of the worst blasted luck any ranch critter ever had. Well, howdy, feller.
Gabby.
That's right. Step up and help yourself to a mess of them beans. We got to stoke up for a run-in with them lanes.
But, Gabby, Jeff said you was very low.
Low is right. I'm lower than a snake's britches.
You lied to us, Gabby. These wires. Doctor says Gabby in critical condition.
That ain't no lie. Doc Jones, the horse doctor, never said that truer word in his life. Them horses of ours don't stop drinking that poison water, the whole ranch will be in a critical condition.
This one says, Gabby's sinking fast.
And that ain't no lie, another. I'm sinking so darn fast I'm practically sunk. Them lanes again. Feud's busted wide open. They've been stealing our horses, cutting down our fences. Why, they even shot fire to the barn.
So you tricked us with a bunch of wires, huh?
Well, why not? You weren't doing yourself no good in New York, anyhow.
Well, we had a $2,000 a week contract.
Yes, sir, Gabby. You sure made us give up a lot.
You want me to give up the ranch? Let's go see them lanes.
Relax, Gabby. We just got off of the train.
Well, make it snappy. I'm all head up and I don't want to lose my tempo. Come on, boy, come on. Hurry up now.
Here we are, Grandma. Who's that a-coming, Jim?
Looks like some of the Whittakers again.
Grandma, what are you doing? Do you want the Whittakers to think that I'm scared to drive this team? Now you get off this property before I blast you off.
I have something here that needs an explanation, Mrs. Lane. I found this horse in your south pasture with the gate locked on him. He's wearing a Whittaker brand.
Are you accusing us of being horse thieves?
Why, you little whippersnapper. Get me my shotgun. I think I know the answer to this. It's that old coyote, that old Gabby. Why, he planted that nag there himself, just as an excuse so he could steal more of mine. Why, that old fossil...
Grandma, please. Gabby had a stroke. He's dying.
Hey, Roy. Look at this. My little bay horse. And I found him right behind the Lane barn. Look at that brand on him. This is exactly what I was telling you about.
So Gabby had a stroke, did he? So he's dying, is he?
I'd like to explain that, Peggy.
Explain? Explain what? That you played me for a sucker for over $300 of my own money to come out here and fight my family? Grandma, where's that shotgun?
That a girl. Now you're talking like a Lane.
Well, I've known Mrs. Lane for years, Rogers. What reason could she possibly have for wanting to steal your horses?
I can tell you the reason. She's thinking of the land rush celebration. She's aiming to win the wagon race, and with Whittaker horses.
Why, that's ridiculous. This whole thing must be a mistake.
A mistake we better take up with the sheriff.
Stuff and nonsense, Roy. A Whittaker never run for a sheriff in his life. We take care of our own troubles our own selves, with shotguns.
Is that so? Get on the other barrel, right in the rock salt. Go on, get up. Get out of here. The other way. Get up.
That's Jim Gardner's camp. He leased this part of the valley from Grandma Lane. Got a couple of fellers drilling for water.
They find any?
Well, yes, they did. He wants to buy both halves of Lone Valley now. Lane half and our half.
That'll put him between the two ranches. Then the Whittakers and the Lanes won't have anything to fight about. You gonna sell?
Did the Whittakers ever duck a fight with the Lanes?
Well, these horses' tongues are hanging out. Do you suppose they'll give us some water?
Why not? They got thirsty on Lane property, so we water them with Lane water. You boys split up and search your Lane property. See if you can pick up any more thirsty Whittaker horses.
We'll search, all right. And if we find any, oh, boy.
Hey, you, what do you want?
Little water for my horses. Any objections?
Yeah, plenty. This is Lane property, and they'd bust our lease wide open if they caught us giving water to a Whittaker. Go on, get out of here.
How about selling us some? Okay, fellas, I can take a hint. You must come up and see us sometime.
Hello, Roy. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Nice seeing you again, little bird on the wing. Could I buy a bucket of water?
You can have a bucket of water.
Thanks. Gee, you've taken an awful lot of weight, little bird on the wing. Say, who's the fella in the deluxe Pullman car?
That's Chief Redfeather, Creek tribe.
Chief Redfeather? Gee, the last time I saw him, all he had to ride was a mule.
Well, things are different now. They discovered oil under his teepee. He's worth $1 million. So I married him.
You mean that creek's worth $1 million and he makes his squaw drive a water wagon?
Well, Chief Red Feather's got advanced ideas. He thinks I ought to work for a living to prove I didn't marry him for his money.
Well, thanks a lot, little bird on the wing.
Don't mention it, Roy. Guess I better be moving along to Lone Valley.
Do you buy your water at the Gardner place?
No, I sell it there.
Sell it? Well, I thought he found water there.
So did I.
Well, then why does he have to buy it? Did you ever think of that?
I'm not paid to think, just to sell water. That'll be all, thank you.
Does that millionaire husband of yours ever let you keep any of this?
Sure, only last Saturday night he slipped me a dime.
Lane. Whittaker.
Enough. I only got 2 arms. Here we are, folks. Genuine Indian curios for sale.
What a place. All the suckers we were able to take for a ride in New York, and you've got to bring me out to a place like this.
My dear Vera, must I remind you that the overpopulated places like New York have become a trifle hot for us? And also must I remind you again that we're going back to the good old rackets. The county fairs, the conventions, and the carnivals. My, what a busy little metropolis. As they say in the West, there's gold in them thy hills.
Would you care to buy genuine Indian curios, rings, pins, bracelets, blankets?
Oh, no, thank you. My business is selling, not buying.
Genuine Indian articles, folks. Step right this way.
And there, I might add, is just the sort of customer I've been looking for. I wonder if yonder Sitting Bull has enough money to buy the Brooklyn Bridge.
That old chestnut.
All right, so we'll modernize it. We'll bring it out west. We'll make it the Golden Gate Bridge. How do you do, sir? This is indeed a pleasure. You're just the man I'm looking for. I have a bridge here I think that you'd be interested in. It's the bridge across the Golden Gate, a toll bridge. Yes, sir, if a man is in the market for a bridge, he couldn't do better. As a matter of fact, if I wasn't a sick man, I'd never let it go. Oh, my, what a pity. The poor chap's deaf and dumb. Well, now I can speak freely.
He can't speak English. He's a Creek.
The first Greek I ever saw wearing feathers. What's his name?
Chief Red Feather.
Oh, an Indian, eh? Probably an oil tycoon. How can I talk to this fellow?
I can interpret for you in sign language.
You can? Fine. Tell him about my proposition regarding the bridge. Tell him that every car that goes across the bridge is subject to a toll. Tell him that it's an investment for a far-sighted man.
I told him.
Oh, now, wait a minute. I said more than that.
She must have left out the period.
Skies are bluer in Oklahoma, Oklahoma, where my heart lies. Songs are newer in Oklahoma, Oklahoma, where the crow flies. That's where the yellow corn is brighter and cotton whiter than snow. Just listen to the wheat a swaying, it sounds like it's saying hello. come is flooding the plains. Bells are ringing and boys are singing. Oil is gushing and the boats are rushing out to Oklahoma, USA.
Any man have any privacy around here?
Bells are ringing and boys are singing. Oil is gushing and the boats are rushing out to Oklahoma, USA.
Fellow citizens of Oklahoma, the climax of our celebration will be, as in past years, a wagon race in commemoration of the greatest wagon race in history. I refer, of course, to that day in the year 1889, when our forefathers raced into the Cherokee Strip and there established...
Look at that. Almost 2 o'clock, no sign of Roy yet.
Well, he said he'd be here, so he will.
If he don't show up pretty soon, he's gonna miss the biggest thing in the life of a Whittaker. Joe, stay here and keep an eye open for him.
Okay, Gabby. I introduce to you one of Cherokee City's most beloved citizens, Grandma Lane.
Wait till she sees the card I got up my sleeve.
Well, folks, there's only one thing wrong about these wagon races that we hold out here every year. Now, back at the time of the first race, back in 1889, folks really had something to race for. They was racing for homes, new lands in a new state. And what are we racing for today? A red pennant and a tin cup. Now, what full-blooded Oklahoma team driver wants a prize like that, huh? Now, folks, this is the map of Lone Valley. And the lanes owe this year half of it. Do you know what this paper is? This is the deed of the lane half of Lone Valley. And I'm handing it over to Mayor Witherspoon. And after the big race next Saturday, he's going to award that deed as prize to the winner. Well, what are the Whittakers giving to the wagon race? A rusty horseshoe?
Folks, Lanes only own half of this here Lone Valley. The Whittakers, that's me, own the t'other half. And never let it be said that a Whittaker was ever outdone by a Lane. All Grandma Lane done was swipe my ID. She must have heard what I done yesterday. Only yesterday, I up and give the mayor here a signed deed to the Whittaker half of Lone Valley. And it goes free and clear, lock, stock, and barrel to the winner of the wagon race. How do you like them apples, Grandma?
Rotten.
Howdy, Roy. See what I just done?
Yes, you just gave away $1 million.
Oh, shucks, our property ain't worth nothing like that.
You know what that is?
Sure, it's oil.
I just got it at Jim Gardner's camp from the water pump.
Holy mackerel. Hey, Mayor, wait a minute. Hold everything. I made a mistake. That deed, gotta have that deed back. One side, Grandma.
Indian giver?
Huh?
What can you expect of a Whittaker? Go on, tell them. Tell them that a Whittaker is one who gives a present and takes it back again.
Do you want this, Gabby? No, I've changed my mind again, Mr. Mayor. I just want to clear up a point of order here. I want to ask this, Mrs. Lane, you going into the race?
And why not? I always have. It's a Lane tradition.
See? She's forcing us into it, Roy. You know, the Whittaker's got a tradition, too. This is your ID, and you better win that race. I'm testing it. Well, now...
Wait a minute. See, Chiefy, one card, money for every card. You understand, Chiefy? Oh, you don't. Make with those signals again. Make sure he understands the value of my proposition. Henry, it's a dime, you see. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not only going to give you the bridge, but I'm going to give you the structures, the buildings on each end of the bridge, including the fixtures. But... Oh, excuse me. I have to cable my Paris office. Oh, my, it gets warm in Oklahoma, doesn't it?
Hello, Mr. Cardigan. I believe we met in New York, remember?
New York? Oh, yes, of course. What a coincidence that I should run into you again out here. I mean, what a coincidence that I found you so easily. You know, I came all the way out from New York just hoping and praying that I'd find you. I still say I can do big things for you in radio.
I believe you could.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the money, the money. $900, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Right, $900. Well, 70, 100. Well, thank you anyways. Thank you very much for the loan. You know, I couldn't sleep a wink last night because I paid you. Oh. Yes.
Thank you. Come on, boys.
And you said it was too hot in New York for us.
Vera, don't start anything again. Haven't I trouble enough without you?
Oh, Peggy, Mrs. Lane. Now it's our turn to pay back a loan. Here's the money we borrowed from you in New York, Peggy, to come home on.
I can't believe it. It's the first honest thing the Whittakers have ever done.
There must be a catch in it someplace.
Where's that 16 cents?
And how about paying for the fences you knocked down?
Yes.
And the lane stock that you run off?
Jim Gardner's a man to see about that, Mrs. Lane. We're going up to see him right now. Would you like to come along? Thanks for the loan, Peggy.
Jim Gardner? What do you mean by that?
I don't know, Grandma, but I've got a hunch we'd better find out.
For this delegation. I'll get right to the point. That's oil. I got it from the water pump out at your place.
Slade must have spilled some out of the can when he was oiling the pump. He always was a sloppy guy around machinery.
That oil came from the ground, not from the machinery. You're drilling for oil, not water.
If there's any oil in that water well of ours, it's news to us. Must have seeped in the last 24 hours. And as far as buying Lone Valley is concerned, that's ridiculous. Nobody can buy Lone Valley. You Whittakers know that. It's been set up as a prize for the wagon race.
That must have been quite a shock to you, Gardner. Now, you'll have to enter the race.
I entered wagons in the race last year, Rogers, and I fully intend to enter them again this year. I don't want to discuss this matter any further. The door's right over there. I suggest you take your chorus with you.
If you're smart, Peggy, this is one course you'll join.
You're wasting your time, Roy. The Lanes ain't got sense enough to listen to a Whittaker.
Oh, you old Billy Goat.
Why, you old battle axe.
You're the cause of everything.
You better have a look for yourself, Peggy.
Yeah, you better keep that woman away from me.
I'll give you a piece of my mind.
Can a lane come in?
Sure.
Here's where a lane gets a load of rock salt. Where's my shotgun?
Take it easy, Gabby.
Roy, could I have a few minutes to speak before I face this bearded firing squad?
Don't worry about Gabby. His bark's a lot worse than his bite.
I took your advice and went out to Lone Valley, and you were right. There is oil under that water pump.
Then you believe me about Jim Gardner?
I don't know exactly what to believe. He could have accidentally struck oil while drilling for water.
And he accidentally forgot to mention it to you?
Well, we don't have any real proof against him. What can we do?
Nothing, except make sure we win that wagon race tomorrow.
Grandma said on that all right. Oil or no oil, under any condition.
Yeah, and the Whittakers are shot on winning that there race, too.
So is everybody else, especially Jim Gardner.
Now the cat's really out of the bag. That young lean gal came out to Lone Valley. She knows about the oil.
So does everybody else. It's all over town.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to win the race.
That won't be so easy. There's tough competition. We can handle the lanes all right. Our drivers aren't too hot. Those Whittaker wagons might give us trouble.
The Whittaker wagons, huh?
That's no use, boys. She's a goner.
Wagons in there?
Every one of them. Jeff and me couldn't do a thing.
We sure picked a good night to go to town.
Well, how'd it start?
Darned if I know. But I got a good guess. Them lanes must have snuck over here.
Not the lanes, Gabby. I've got a better guess than that.
You know what this means? We ain't got a wagon left. We ain't got nothing.
Well, we've got till noon tomorrow. It's a deal. How about the other wagons? Are they in about the same condition as this one?
2 of them are. The tub wagon has a bent axle.
We'll fix that.
It's never been done before, Roy. You sure they'll let you enter water wagons?
What's the difference? A wagon's a wagon.
Rules say all the wagons have to weigh about the same.
So we'll carry water in the tanks for ballast.
You're a lifesaver, little bird on the wing.
Thanks, Roy. Good luck.
Boys, let's round up all the wagons and take them to the garage and get them fixed up. Here, boy. Here. Here. All join hands and circle to the south. Lose your holts in the Grand Trail back to the lady in the lead. Swing your part a little bit hard now in the middle, left in your own backyard, and hurry up, boys, and don't be slow, and sit your meal, and mix your dough, and save a heel, and pat your toe, and meet your partner, and walk slow. 4, ladies to the center with your faces out, and the gents walk a race. Pass the one you just now swung, and swing the next. Meet your honey in the feather on the head. She don't like biscuit, feed her cornbread, and chew my tobacco, and squirt her on the wall, and think that gal, she ain't too tall, and she's too tall, you swing her anyhow. 4, gents to the center with the right hand crossed and shake 'em how they do. Left hand back, and how are you? And pass your part and swing the next. 4, ladies to the center with your faces out, and the gents walk a race. Swing your part a little bit hard now in the middle, left in your own backyard, and hurry up, boys, and don't be slow, and sip your meal, and mix your dough, and save a heel, and pat your toe, and meet your partner, and walk slow.
All right, Gardner, the water's out. Shut it off. All right, I'll let her go.
Lane wagons, get up into the starting line.
Hey, you lane drivers. Remember what I told you now.
Come on, Grandma, you're only confusing. Come on now.
Now, you don't mean to tell me this horseless carriage is going to beat the race?
No, Grandma, but we'll watch the start from here and then take the shortcut to the relay station. Hurry now, get it.
Beat it out to Seminole Canyon. Let's see what happens to those Whittaker wagons when they try to race through a brush fire.
Whittaker wagons, get up into that starting line.
We'd have been in line if a Gardner wagon had an accident. They busted the wheel on the scale and held us up. That's why I'm riding with the race instead of in it.
When we start, hang on with your teeth. It's going to be a tough ride.
You just keep up with the race. I'll worry about hanging on.
About ready.
You all set, Gabby? You bet your life.
Good luck, Gabby. race station. This is the halfway mark in this great race run each year to celebrate Oklahoma's original land race.
Any sign of him yet?
They ought to be here any minute now, Mrs. Lane.
Here comes the newsreel cameraman. That means that the racers will be right behind him. It's Jim Gardner in first place, takes Thorn.
Are those ours?
One of them is, Grandma, dead.
And here come the lanes. And come on, Gabby. Here comes the Whittaker wagon. The horse wranglers are all gathered around their signpost down there. Got the horses all ready to harness. Everything is ready to go.
Whoa! This is no race. Mass suicide. I'm quitting.
That bozo Gardner, I'd like to rip his heart out. That fire in Seminole Canyon's the second one he shot on us.
Yeah. We better snap it up, Gabby.
Yeah.
You mean you're quitting?
Of course he ain't. You go ahead and change those teams.
I'll change him, but you'll have to find yourself another driver. Nothing in the rules that says you can't.
And just where do we find another driver, please?
It's not my headache, Miss Lane.
Oh, please, Dad, you can't do this. Oh, Grandma, what are we going to do?
This wagon's going to stay in the race if I have to drive it myself.
Oh, Grandma, don't be foolish. One lane wagon left in the race, and he quit.
I'll drive it.
Well, you wouldn't stand a chance, Mrs. Lane. This is a man's race.
Where would I find a man? There isn't a man in sight.
Well, let me drive for you.
What?
How about it, Peggy? With Whittaker driving the lane wagon, that ought to be a real combination. If I win, we'll split 50-50.
Grandma, you say you'll split 50-50?
Yes.
It's a deal.
Okay.
No,
Get out of here, Grandma.
I'm not so sure.
Well, I'm sure about it.
Rogers has taken over a lane wagon.
Boy, when Gabby sees this, he'll die.
Alongside. I'll take care of Rogers.
Here they come. Roy Rogers in the lead. The winner, Jim Gardner.
Let me through here. Give me the room here. You heard, Roy?
I'm all right, Gabby. Sorry I didn't quite make it.
Oh, forget it, son. You done the best you could. How'd it happen?
I wish I knew.
found one little Indian maiden, Cherokee. 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 Red man dance and beat on tom-tom, make much move for girl in wigwam, Cherokee. Through the lazy blue of the evening, straight as an arrow on the wing, to his lady love of the evening, warriors will come to his love and sing. Cherokee. Cherokee. Racing wind and flying feather, make big time and get together. Cherokee.
For 50 years, we've rushed for land. We've fought and we have raced. Through rocks and sand, through water holes, through mud and desert wastes. To celebrate, we've racked our brains to bring them something new. But everything's been done before. So what is left to do? How about? No. Then how about? No. Or would you like? We could review the years for them since 1889. But all they want to hear about, and all they care to find, is who was on the wagon seat that crossed the winning line. Right! With these few thousand words while I'm wheeled back into my place, we'll reenact for all of you the running of the race. They're off! There go the Turner team, the Gardner's closely back. The Smith boys, the Gergensteels, the Lane teams are next. The Whittakers are gaining faster, Gardner's coming up. He's passing all of them. Gabby Whittaker. Look at Gabby Whittaker. But why should we tell you more? Wait a minute, Gabby. Ladies and gentlemen, Your attention, please, for just a moment. What we have just seen on the screen disqualifies Jim Gardner. I now award the prize to the real winner, Roy Rogers.
There you are, son.
Thank you, sir. Here's your hat, Peggy.
Shooting ends now, and we're all friends.
The Whittakers and Lanes are pals